So residents of Altadena are mourning the loss of more than just homes and structures. The Eaton Fire has wiped away decades of rich Black history and culture in Altadena, a town that became a sanctuary for Black Americans fleeing the Jim Crow era segregation in the South. Thousands of families put down roots there in the 1960s, as Altadena was one of the first areas to allow Black people to own homes. And now generations are devastated. Their beloved community turned to ashes. My next guests are among those who lost everything in Altadena. Stephan Taylor and his wife Ariane have been living in a historically Black neighborhood for many years and just lost their home. They're currently staying in a hotel in Burbank with their 3 kids as they try to figure out what to do next. Stephan and Ariane join me now. Boy, guys, well, you're still smiling, which is absolutely remarkable. I guess let me start there. Where the heck does that come from, Stephan?
You know, God has a plan. And so I'm just grateful that we have our family, the 5 of us, my wife's grandparents, their urn, some love letters that they wrote to one another, and a letter that our 7-year-old wrote to her grandparents. That's what we have. The rest of the memories can be replaced and our property can be restored. So I'm happy. This is an opportunity to start all over again, right where we left off. Wow.
And Ariane, just listening to your husband describe what you were able to save, including your 7-year-old's letter. You know, how are you talking to your kids about this? Tell me the conversations you're having as a family. I mean, they must be, we're adults, right? We learn how to sort of handle things differently, but your kids are young, 14, 11, and 7.
Yeah. We've always been really big on, we tell the story, or we talk about, we don't want things, we want experiences. Life is about experiences. So we've been talking to our kids like, this is an experience. Not all experiences are going to be great, but life takes us where we're supposed to go. We're not exactly sure where that road is going to lead us, but that's where this road is going to lead us, but we're going to be together. So we're talking about that. They don't have their school right now. They lost their school as well. And so we talk to them about, they have a chance to have community together. We'll make that for them, and we're going to get through this experience together.
And Stephan, this home of yours has been in your family for generations. Just tell us about the Altadena community, the culture, the history that makes it so special, especially for your family.
Yeah, so this home we've actually only been in for a little less than a decade. We had an opportunity because of, my wife and I were fairly successful to move into a gated community. But my childhood home, which is about 2 miles from this home, is actually still standing. So we lost the new home. My childhood home is still standing. So I've been in the area for 40 years, 43 this year. And so for 40 years, I'm like driving past my mother's home, which is still standing, and then getting to our home, which is gone. All of the homes between my mom's home and my home seem like they're gone. And that's where it really, really hurts. The property we lost, again, can be replaced. The memories that we have on Figueroa and Lincoln are gone. Harriet and Fair Oaks, gone. Even the liquor stores that we probably shouldn't have been in when we were kids, those memories are gone. So, but the families are still there. The community is I don't want to say unfazed, but I've gotten more phone calls from friends from 20 and 30 years ago, and we're all asking each other, what are we going to do together to rebuild this city?
It's interesting when you talk about the history of Black families coming to this area because it was the place to rise. It was the place to be accepted. And now, today, in 2025, you are going through a different type of struggle. But if you look at what already exists, the spirit this exists in this community, there's no other way but to look up and forward. Yes, Ariane?
This community is the strongest community. It is so diverse. It is so loving. It is so caring. It is so strong. there is no place like Altadena. We have traveled, we have moved and lived in various places, and there's nothing like home. So Altadena is not the buildings; it is the community, and that is still there. And the diversity of this community, the strength of this community, these family homes that have been here for generations and generations. It's the people. It's not the buildings. It's the people there.
Yeah,
Stephan, is there? Yes, go ahead.
I want to reiterate the fact that, the roots were in that kind of abolitionist thing. But today, if you look at Altadena, it's probably one of the most diverse cities in America. I mean, families come from various backgrounds, socioeconomic status. Some folks are in art and entertainment, lawyers, doctors, and then the teachers who work in the community live in the community too. It really has a Mableton feel with the 2025, economic experience. You come to Altadena and everything that you can imagine from the diaspora of people is in Altadena, and we're all friends, which is what makes it really, really unique.
Who wouldn't want to live there, right? When its history is all about acceptance, this is where I would want to be as well. And we're going to continue to watch your community rise again. And I appreciate your time to both of you, and love to the 3 kids too.
Thank you so much.